Today's video is a 20-minute yoga and stretch routine that you can practice daily to warm up your body, strengthen your muscles, and calm your mind. All you need is your yoga mat, a reusable water bottle, and then we are ready to begin. Welcome back, friends and yogis. Let's start with hands to heart center. We won't be here too long, but let's just take a moment to acknowledge ourselves for being intentional with our time, our energy, and with our health today. The fact that you're here means you are prioritizing your health, and it means a lot to me as well, so thank you for being here. All right, before we get started, big breath in and out. Raise your hands up high to the sky. Take your left hand and grab your right elbow and give it a nice stretch. We'll hold here for about 10 seconds. Beautiful. All right, other side. Raise your hands up high to the sky again. Big inhale. Use your right hand to grab your left elbow and exhale. We'll be here for the same amount of time. We're gonna do about a minute of dynamic side stretching. So just swing your arms back and forth like so. This one should feel good. It shouldn't be too challenging. I think this is a great stretch. It feels good. It feels like you're a flower blowing in the wind. If you guys can't tell, it is a super rainy day here in Nashville, Tennessee. But we are not letting the elements stop us, folks. We are out here getting it done regardless. Just a good little reminder that the conditions aren't always ideal with the weather, in life, but you show up for yourself and for others anyway. You can take a deep breath in and out here, up the arm bones back, and let's move in to tabletop. We're gonna take 5 cat-cows here to really start to warm up the spine and the core. All right, big breath in. And as you exhale, round your back, big inhale, and expand your back. Gaze forward and exhale. Again, round the spine, chin to chest. Big inhale, open up the chest, and exhale as you round the spine. Inhale and exhale. Inhale and exhale. One more together. Big inhale and exhale. Let's get back into tabletop, except we're gonna float our knees above our mats for about 10 seconds. Press into the mat and push yourself up into downward dog. Widen your stance here if you need to, because we are going to be going into high plank. Feel free to bend your knees a little bit here and soften those joints if you need to as well. High plank. Downward facing dog. Really press into the mat. Drishti towards your toes. And high plank. And press into downward facing dog. And back into high plank. Keep the pelvis neutral. Downward facing dog. High plank. Beautiful, you guys. Back into downward facing dog. And high plank. Downward facing dog. And we're just gonna pedal out our feet here. Get some movement in those ankles. And just sort of reset ourselves here before we get into some more stretches. back into high plank and lower yourself super slowly, slow as you can, down to the mat. Press yourself up into upward facing dog. This is a great stretch for the lower back. We're gonna hold here actually for about 30 seconds. Beautiful. From here, let's get into child's pose. We'll take about 45 seconds here in child's pose. Deep breathing. Back up to tabletop. And again, we're gonna put our hands forward on the mat and press ourselves up into upward facing dog. And lower to the mat. Up again for another 10 seconds. And lower to the mat. And last time for 10 more seconds. And lower to the mat. All right, this is one of my favorite stretches. You can thank Booth Camp for this one. You're gonna put your left arm straight out on the ground. Take your right leg over your left, and you should feel a really good stretch in your arm here. We'll be here for about 20 seconds. Beautiful, that feels so good. We're gonna do that again on our other side. So extend your right arm out onto the ground. You can place your hand on the mat and your head on the mat if you'd like. And we'll be here for the same amount of time. Place your fingertips on the mat. You're going to bring your right foot between your hands. Left knee goes on the mat. And we're going to take a nice deep lunge here. We'll be here for about 30 seconds. Walk your fingertips backwards, and we're gonna get a nice deep hamstring stretch going. We're gonna hold this for 30 seconds as well. Again, shoulders back, open up the chest. Walk your fingertips to the front of the mat. And walk your right foot to the right of your hands for a lizard pose. Remember your breath. You want to keep taking deep breaths in and out throughout this whole practice. All right, same thing on the other side. So walk your fingertips to the front of the mat. Bring your left foot between your hands. Your right knee is going to lower down to the mat. Open up the chest and take some deep breaths for 30 seconds. Walk your fingertips back for a hamstring stretch or runner stretch. And again, pull those shoulders back. This is a great stretch for the hamstrings. All right, now you're going to take your left foot and move it on over to the left side of your mat so that it's left of both of your hands for lizard pose. Again, we'll be here for 30 seconds. Keep breathing in and out. All right, we are back into tabletop and we are doing more cat-cows. You know the drill here. You're gonna round your spine, bring your chin to your chest, and then expand your spine and take a deep breath in and breathe out when you round your spine again. Beautiful. I'm gonna let you move through these cat-cows on your own for the next 30 seconds or so as you continue to breathe deeply. Child's pose. From child's pose, we're going to go into puppy pose. And the only real difference here is you are going to lift your booty up into the air. We'll be here for 30 seconds. All right, take a seat on your mat, and we are going to do a butterfly forward fold. So basically you're seated Indian style, and you are just going to forward fold as you would in child's pose on your mat. We'll be here for 30 seconds as well. seated single leg forward fold on your right side. So we'll lift our arms high into the air and then bring them over our right foot. Place your left hand behind your back and push up into flash dance. And lower to the mat. We are going to do that again, so hands high up to the sky, raise them and reach over to your left foot for a good stretch in the lower back. And this time we're going to put our right hand down on the mat and use our right leg to press up into flash dance on the other side. And lower back down to the mat. And seated forward fold. So both legs are going to be forward. Lift your hands into the sky again and bring them down over both of your feet. Supta Baddha Konasana. Fully let go here and relax. Release any tension in your muscles. And let's go into deep rest. Sometimes at the end of practice, I like to read something from one of my favorite books or from yoga philosophy to really inspire you to live your best life and your best day ahead. And today's message is from the Motivation Manifesto, and we're talking about personal freedom. Humankind's main motivation is to seek and experience personal freedom. Social freedom, emotional freedom, creative freedom, financial freedom, time freedom, and spiritual freedom. Choosing our own aims and seeking to bring them to fruition creates a sense of vitality and motivation in life. The only things that derail our efforts are fear and oppression. That is ultimately what personal freedom is: liberty from the restrictions of social oppression and the tragic self-oppression that is fear. Freed from these things, we have the ability to express who we truly are and pursue what we deeply desire without restrictions set by others or ourselves. I hope you can take that into your day and moving forward into the future. And we will see you guys on the next video.